Guys, I've been out of town, but now I'm back, and so is another episode of Catch You Later. Look at this. My gosh. Is there any wonder why I wake up so early? And this is unbelievably beautiful. Got him. Got him. All right. Topwater trout. It's a little baby, but I'll take it. Both hooks, probably an 8-incher. That's why I didn't realize he was on. You can hear him drumming a little mill. All right, we got our first topwater strike. And hook up all at once. Well, I'd started off with a larger topwater and decided to change because I figured any trout in here is going to be small. Oh, there's a red up there right on top of him. Oh, he got off. There's another red. I must have thrown right on top of that red, y'all. Didn't even see him hit. All right, let me set the stage for you guys. It's been, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks after Hurricane Francine. We are just starting to come out of the crazy high tide sequence we've been in since before Hurricane Francine. Fall is really trying to bust down the summer door, but it hasn't quite yet. What's really going to expedite that is going to be our shortened photo periods. And all that means is how long the sun is out. I'm still waking up at my normal 3:30, and I'll probably keep that pattern maybe even for the rest of my life, just because I hate adjusting to time change. But for now, until time does change, that means I'll be getting out when it's still dark. And I love that. It actually feels like it's kind of bright outside to me right now, and the sun's not even up. But with all that said, we've already landed a little baby trout. Had a big red hookup that I wasn't quite ready for. And the sun's not even up. I've really got two possible areas to throw here. The water is falling. The tide was real high when it started today. It's coming around this island on both sides. I'm going to choose to stick to this side since I'm already here. Oh, we missed it. He came back for it. He came back for it. That was awesome. He's running towards me right now. That was awesome. What the heck? Broke off again. I think it's this real. I think the drag just sucks. Oh man. So I wasn't planning on keeping fish today, or actually I was kind of waffling back and forth, but I got all the way to the marina and I looked at my boat and saw I didn't even put the ice chest. And that's what it's like for me. Sometimes I go traveling for work, which I did for the last couple of weeks, and when I come back to this, it's like I have to relearn the whole thing. I should probably start a Catch You Later bingo, where if you get a full bingo for I forgot something important, I broke my line, or some other stupid thing I did, I'll send you some lures. Well, the sun's finally up. So I've switched to this popper frog, which is a different lure and a little heavier. I think I lost my popper at the, oh, there's a hit. Anyway, I think I lost my popper at the knot. I did tie the knot when the sun wasn't out, so kind of tied it blind. Oh, but still, I hate losing lures, not just because they cost money, but now it's just a piece of trash. It's going to be in the marsh. The only thing I can really tell right now with these redfish is they are active. They are not stationary at all. So as much as I like top water, I'm going to switch to the spoon. Actually, I might switch to a swim bait. Let me do that. Just for something new. Well, top water was fun to try. But once again, another break off. I don't know what to say about that, other than I gotta tighten up. But I'm switching to this swim bait. I can't remember the color name. It's sort of gray and white. There's one. There he is. There he is. All right. Look at that. Look how pretty this fish is. There's no light. We can see it so perfectly. Probably a 20-incher. Nice. All right. Well, a tiny trout, a break off. Oh, look how that just popped right out of its mouth. Look how feisty this fish is, y'all. Golly, this thing is feisty. Look at that. I haven't measured it. I would bet 20 inches would be a perfect eater. But I'm not keeping anything today because I forgot the ice chest, so let's let it go. let me go over this setup because it's a new one. This is a Z-Man swim bait. I don't remember the color. I wanted to try it because the plastic is different. So far, I gotta say, I'm not totally in love with the plastic. But after fishing with those Lost Coast ones for a while, it really turned me on to swim baits in general. And Joey's gonna be sending me some new ones soon, which will be a new type of plastic. So I'm anxious to try that too. And I'll show y'all what I'm doing. This is a 4/0 wide gap hook, a 1/16 ounce weight, and I've got it pegged so it stays right at the nose. And that's going to be what I fish with today. All right, just made a little bit of a run. Had to take a bathroom break, and after taking that break, I guess scared all the fish away. But we're in an area that is adjacent to areas I've fished before, but not an area that I have actually fished before. Oh, got one. Oh, what was that? Boy, it tattooed it. Look at that. It must have been a red. Man, it really knocked the crap out of it. Because now that the sun's up, I can see water's not crystal clear. Oh, I threw right in whatever that is his mouth. Will it come back for it? No. Golly. Yeah, I think I have to switch to a smaller, just a smaller lure. I'm getting tons and tons of hits, but no hookups. Okay, definitely picking up the pace a little bit. Just hop to another nearby bayou. Got to get used to throwing this new lure. There's a lot of reasons not to change your lures a lot. And most of the time, lure doesn't even matter. If there's fish around and they're hungry, just twitch something in front of them and they'll hit it. But another reason is it's expensive. A lot of times plastic lure isn't reusable. That's why every time I change, they'll actually completely switch out the jig head as well. But it just kills a lot of time. So normally I fish pretty fast anyway. Because I gotta go home. Today I don't. I started pretty early. I don't even think it's 10 o'clock yet. Oh, there's a hit. I was looking at. Got it. Oh, it was running with it. Oh, had to be a trout. Didn't mess up the lure too much. Man, what is the deal today? Hit it again. What is that? Probably could have had it if I wasn't looking at the time, but since I was looking at the time, it is 8:30. Already covered a lot of water. We're having a lot of action, just not a lot of lands. Got to get them in the boat. Did expect the wind to start picking up. Oh my gosh, another just tattooed. That's a trout. I saw it coming. Oh, there it was. That was so cool. There's a whole school of them right here. I'm gonna go right through them. See if I can back the boat up. Man, that was amazing. I hope the camera picked that up. 3 or 4 trout came and hit it. was it. They're all gone. Interesting, man, interesting. Well, there are obviously trout in here. I may have spooked them, got too close. But we're gonna have to come back through here. And if they're holed up at that spot, they'll reignite. And if not, oh, there's one. Dang. Cannot set the freaking hook. Now, what you don't want to do in a situation like this, you know they're there. Such a weird part of the English language that they're there. But you know they are there. There he is, got him. Whoa! All right. Yep, little trout, little trout. That one came all the way out the water. I knew they were there. See if we can catch more. Don't mind catching dinks. I'm not keeping any fish anyway. But let's look at this. This is really somewhere I just expect reds to be. You got that little bitty body of water draining out, and it appears there's a bunch of trout just kind of stacked on the mouth of it at the bottom, waiting for whatever's going to come out of there. Pretty textbook stuff, man. All right, 3 cast rule. That was number 2. Someone asked me about the 3 cast rule. Oh, there it is. And that rule is there to not waste too much time. And then this is a carbon copy of that other. All I've caught are dinks. Whoop. In a couple of months though, man, I think that one knocked itself silly. A couple months though, these are not going to be dinks. And you best believe I'm going to have this spot queued up for any high tide situation, especially late fall. And this is a spot that most boats cannot get to, and I catch trout in here year round. This area at least. But that 3 cast rule is basically so you don't waste any time. You get a bite or something, we all have a tendency to sit there and like hammer that spot, but just keep on moving. If you're not catching them kind of one after the other, try to always work until you do. Now I could sit here with live bait and probably catch a million, but that's just not my style of fishing. You could do that though. One weird thing about filming a YouTube, when your battery dies in your mid-sentence. Wow, Jesus, look at me, y'all. Went to the city one time, can't freaking fish anymore. I was hit immediately, but I hadn't engaged the reel. Surely it's not on anymore. Yeah. Oh, but it came back for it. Look at that. Well, there's a ton of trout right there. Ooh. Oh, I saw it hit it. That is so freaking cool. Well, you know, I went, I don't know, a couple months in the summer without releasing any content. And it wasn't because I wasn't trying. I was, but it seemed like every fishing trip, something major, went wrong. I can't even go through how much stuff went wrong. It was a pretty crazy summer in that regard. I basically have a brand new boat. I fixed so many things. Steering, bow eye, trailer lights, trailer axle. I've got a new little port here beneath my right foot, which I had to cut out of the casting platform to be able to change the bow eye. Anyway, just crazy. And a lot of people reached out to me, and thank each and every one of you who did, but a lot of people reached out to me with words of encouragement. When's your next video coming out? Stuff like that. And I'm saying thank you because I really was thinking about giving it up. Here's one. Oh boy, he completely swallowed that. Look at that. There we go. Another little dink. But a dink will do. Alright, so far we've found 3 holes holding trout right there, right in front of me. And right behind me now, which is letting the nerves settle. As I was saying, a lot of people reached out to me, words of encouragement, telling me to keep going, telling me they like the content. In fact, just the other night, a couple nights ago, ran into someone who recognized me while having dinner with my daughter and my wife. First time that's happened. I've been recognized on the water before, but never just in public. And Jonathan, by the way, it's good to meet you. But where I'm going with this is I really was thinking of not just ending the YouTube, but just not fishing anymore. One of the strange things about starting a YouTube is how it changes fishing. And I started talking about this because of not releasing content in the summer. I just kind of felt like I couldn't release stuff unless it was one of those like amazing trips. Because if you go back and watch my other stuff, my first true summertime video, I just demolished the trout. I think I caught 30 in about an hour. But in that same video, that's when my steering went out. And that was kind of what kicked off everything. But I just felt like I couldn't follow a video like that with a video of me catching 1 or 2 fish. Oh man, the trout are thick right there. My goodness. They're all little, but man, by the end of November, these trout are going to be nice and fat keepers. And I'll remember my ice chest. I mean, I'm just throwing in their mouths. And it's weird. It seems like spot by spot, you'll have some that chase. And they do it one time and then they give up. Alright, sun is high enough. I think it's time to start sight fishing. Oh, there's a trout. So that splash back there, that's a gar. Oh, I could see it. That looked like a little brim. It was so small. Oh, it is official. The small trout are in. Not that they were ever out. Alright, I'm going to take off my high sea boots. Ugh. I do love these boots. They've become, you can see them, pretty dirty. It's because I use them for everything. If y'all need some boots for the fall, I'll put a little link to them with my discount code CATCHYALATER. The only problem with them is they're rubber boots and they get hot. Alright, this water looks pretty clean to me. We should be able to sight fish in this. Expected to see one in here. Got it. That was awesome. That was so cool. Y'all, I could do this every day for the rest of my life. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see if I can pull him back. I cannot see where he is. This fish is totally wrapped around these weeds. I can't see where. Wow. It is nothing short of amazing that I landed that fish. Whew. He was totally wrapped around this several weeds. And you can see he's exhausted, tired. He's not fighting, so we're gonna have to go fast with this. Really, really beautiful fish. The shadows in it. Let's go show the rear cam. Oh man, really, I could do this forever. Let's get a better shot with the sun. But let's get him in the water because he's exhausted. I think this is actually a she. Whew. That was amazing. Look at that. Went through these two branches and it was wrapped around several others. The line held up though. It's a 20-pound seagar. But that's the lure. Got pretty chewed up, which is to be expected. But it's still holding on. To be honest, when you're sight fishing, lure doesn't matter all that much. Placement, patience, far more important. That about does it. Tried to land some more sight fish, but what are you gonna do? I appreciate y'all watching. I got to get everything cleaned up. As always, please like and subscribe. Family first. And there's no use in belaboring the point. Until next time, I'll catch you later.